Most people think that their money in their retirement accounts is locked away until age 59 and a half, which is usually true, but on this episode of What I'm Thinking, I'm going to tell you how you can access your retirement money before 59 and a half without paying that 10% penalty. So I was having a conversation a few weeks ago with a buddy of mine, and he was saying how he's looking forward to in a few years when he can retire, because that's when he can access his retirement money without having to pay the 10% penalty. And just a little bit background that most retirement plans, 401ks, IRAs, those sorts of things, the general rule is you put the money in, it's for retirement. You have to keep the money in there until you're 59 and a half. After age 59 and a half, there's no penalties for taking it out. You got to pay taxes, but no penalties. If you take it out before 59 and a half and spend it, then you have to pay taxes plus a 10% penalty. So in general, my buddy is right. Like, that's how that works. But there's one really key exception that not many people know about. It's important to understand that and where it might apply if you might fall into that category. And the exception is when you're working for a company and you retire from that company, if you leave that company's retirement plan where it is when you retire between age 55 and 59, then you can take that money, that 401k, that 403b money out, pay taxes on it, but no 10% penalty on taking it out, right? And so it's one of these things that here's this general rule, yep, you got to leave the money until 59 and a half, but here's a place where there's some flexibility that can be had if you know what you're doing. Right now, where are the pitfalls that come in with that? Most people, when they retire, they'll take their money out of their 401k, out of their 403b, and they'll roll it into an IRA so that they have complete control over it. Makes total sense from that control standpoint. And if a person is older than age 59 and a half, there's no advantage to leaving it in the 401k plan, probably, right? However, once we have somebody that retires at 56 or 57 or 58, right, rolling it into an IRA means that they lose that opportunity to take money out with penalty free. That 10% penalty thing always applies to IRA money when we're talking about retirement income. It's only from qualified plans like a 401k or a 403b for those of us that are teachers. And it's only from the company we retired from. So if I retired at 52 from someplace, I can't wait until I'm 55 to take that retirement plan out. If I retire at 52, I'm on the 59 and a half track. It's only when I leave and I'm already over age 55. Right? So it doesn't apply to everybody. It's not a general rule. But if somebody that you know is in that position where, hey, I might be retiring in my mid to late 50s, most people that we work with that are retiring in that area aren't planning to use their 401k money, right? So that even doesn't apply. But if we leave the money in your retirement plan, if things change, and as you know, things tend to change more than they stay the same. If things change, then you've got access to that with no penalties. So really a big place to be aware of that little quirk in the tax law. And for our state employees here, one of the other things to consider to be aware of is that the 457 plan, the state deferred compensation plans, even though those things act like a 401k, like a 403b, in the 457 plan, there is never any 10% penalty. So if somebody retires in their early 50s, late 40s even, by leaving the money in that 457 plan, for Wisconsin it's the state deferred compensation plan, you have access to that with no penalties at any point in time. Really critical things, not what most people hear when they talk with the brokerage firms and the people that aren't focused on the taxes. So hopefully that's something that you learned here today. I'd love to hear your comments and questions on this. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment in the comment box or shoot me an email directly. And as always, thanks for watching.